Okay, I'm here. Let me just make sure we're live. Sorry about that. My microphone, the last 2-3 days, even though I haven't been live, every now and then I check and the audio wasn't working. And I noticed that the XLR cable had a short. So last minute, right before live, I unplugged it. Luckily, I had an extra spare one, XLR cable. So I'll have to order a new one, but in the meantime, I have something that works. So sorry about that. But I have missed you guys. I know I haven't been on just for I guess 2 days. I don't know, 2 days. And I wanted to pop in just to go over some of the new details about this story with Audrii and this psycho, Don Mcdougal. Apparently there was another previous person too that when she was a kid, she did a little interview. I haven't watched it yet, but he had supposedly tried to pull her pants down or something. This guy's been a weirdo for a while. He also stabbed somebody, and I don't think he was charged. We'll take a look at that as well. And anyway, he had this arraignment, which we're gonna watch the video. I double censored it a little bit just to be safe, but it was blurred out already. But I blacked it out completely, where he was being taken for arraignment, and this dude was just naked. I don't know if it's a stunt to try to be like, oh, I'm going crazy now, mental health, or whatever. No, it's too late for that. I don't know if he's trying to pull that kind of ploy, or he's really just out of it. But what's up, guys? Hey, I don't even know how to take time off. I felt really weird this weekend, but I did a bunch of errands, and I took Maddie out. I went to this nice a park, but not a regular park. They had a mini city in there. It was cool. So, and I just been doing errands today. I did an interview for a different channel. That'll be, I don't know when it's coming out, but when it does, I'll let you guys know. And so I just wanted to show up and kind of warm up and get back into the rhythm, hopefully. And then as far as trials, because some people have asked me, I don't know. I think Karen Reed's on the 12th of March. I know currently the Rust trial is happening, which I don't think we're going to do that. And then James Crumley starting at the beginning of March. I'm not even sure if we want to really watch that again, that type of trial again. Oh, and Ricky, at the end of the live, I'll talk about him. I was even thinking of doing a members live, but he's doing good. I took him to the doctor Saturday. He's on a GI diet, like the GI diet food. So, and the family, Audrii's family, released a press statement, which I saw some people feel kind of a certain kind of way, like they were deflecting. Let's start out with that first. Let me, if I know how to work this still. Okay. So 1 week ago on Thursday, the 15th of February, 2024, Audrii was lured under the false pretenses, which led to a senseless act of violence occurring and ultimately to her death. Tragically, Audrii's death occurred at the hands of a monster we thought was a friend only 10 days after Audrii's 11th birthday. I didn't know that. Audrii was charismatic, beautiful, talented, and a kind young lady. She loved singing, dancing, reading, and painting. She was even learning the skills of a tattoo artist, which that was something that had come up, and she was tattooing somebody. I couldn't see who. Thank you, monkey. But to me, it looked like the Steven guy. I don't know. It looked like that, but it could be some other grown man she was tattooing. I don't know. Maybe her dad. I don't know. Audrii's aspirations were to become a veterinarian or an animal trainer. Every day, Audrii was caring for our pets and walking our dogs. She would even walk the dogs of the neighbors in the subdivision. She touched so many lives and filled them with joy and happiness that was infectious. She had so much energy and brought a passion to everything she did. Audrii will be missed by a great many people. The Munches, or Munch, whatever, however you say that, and the Cunningham families, Munchs, are devastated and grieving for what happened to our little girl, or our little ray of sunshine, Audrii. We are being attacked and criticized on social media platforms for showing compassion and mercy to this formerly incarcerated person. But our interactions with this person were a result of our faith. And when I read that this morning, I didn't read, I looked at like that portion and that was it because somebody highlighted it and I was like, okay, we got to talk about this, right? As soon as I saw that part, I was like, always in the name of Jesus, right? When in doubt. But I guess what they're trying to say is that they're giving him, like they say here, they wanted to give him a second chance. But apparently in this case, a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, I don't know. And even then, and I'm trying to reserve a little bit, even though I don't really know that I need to reserve, trying not to, but like I said, this situation is just very egregious with what happened with Audrii, her being left with this guy prolonged periods of time. I don't know. Unfortunately, the system failed us due to the loophole of the sex offender registration system, which that is a thing, but there was a lot of mistakes, at least on the dad's part. I don't know the mother's full situation. You know, of course, the perpetrator and offender, the person that did this is Don Steven. He's going to be held responsible. That was just egregious. I mean, I don't know. He had a history of disrespect of young female children, but it did not show up when we checked the registry before allowing. Oh, what is that, yo? A history of disrespect? I guess that's a safe term to say it. I don't know. Okay. But it did not show up when we checked the registry before allowing him to stay in an older camper. I'm going to play a video too where they show like what the camper looks like in our backyard. While he tried to start a new life, we had been aware of what we know. We have been aware of what we know now. Had we been aware? Okay. This man would never have been set foot in our property, much less be part of our little girl's life. So we're here to go to thank everybody, the sheriff's offices, FBI, the local people helping out with the search, Texas EquiSearch, Audrei's body from the waters of the Trinity River. This was hard-working, multi-jurisdictional effort that spent long hours in order to bring our angel Audrii home to us. We also wish to acknowledge members of the press and the Amber Alert. Okay. Audrii will be missed, but hopefully not forgotten, as we would like to ask legislators and law enforcement, both locally and in Washington, D.C., to look at the loophole that prevented us from knowing what Don Mcdougal was, a convicted sex offender. The sex offender registry is a valuable tool that parents and grandparents everywhere use to keep their children safe from these violent predators. This failing of a system is a crime that we cannot allow to go overlooked. I wonder, is a lawsuit next? Is that what's coming down the pipes? I saw, let's see if I can show you guys. So Crystal is suing. I thought about this as well. Crystal Sawyer's attorney says they plan to file a civil suit against New Hampshire for Harmony's death.
Attorney Russ Riley says they are in the process of filing for Crystal to be Harmony's head of estate. Then they plan to file a civil suit against the state, saying the state caseworkers and supervisors are all responsible for Harmony's death. The verdict came down in the case yesterday. Today, the first full day out of Montgomery spends behind bars as a convicted murderer. Now the focus is shifting to how this could have been prevented. Crystal's attorney says true closure will not come until Harmony is found.
But I do look forward to representing Crystal and helping her to hold the state accountable for what happened to Harmony. There are people that dropped the ball in state government, and if they'd done their job, then I truly believe that Harmony would still be here today.
And Riley adds he hopes that the tip line that is still open at this point stays active, with tips coming into the Manchester Police Department to help direct.
Whenever they said they're going to file it, I don't know if it's been filed yet, but whenever it does get filed, I'll probably cover it. I'll take a look at it. I'm curious to see what they're going to say, what they're going for. I guess to hold these people accountable. Oh, by the way, congrats to Hoax. Hoax has a new baby that joined the world. And I see the people in the chat saying, Harry Potter's beard, thank you for the 15 months. Says congratulations to Hoax and partner. Many happy blessings on the birth of your new bundle of joy. Good luck. Just kidding. Good luck. Candidly, thank you for the 8 months. Says I want to hear the full autopsy report. I don't think that's been released, but what I saw was blunt force trauma, and there was an article. For those that don't know, it was I had an article here. I had it somewhere. Lost it in my ADD. Yes. Okay, whenever I find it, I'll go through it again. We'll get through it. I have a video that actually recaps it, but he was charged with capital murder of a person between 10 and 15 years old. The attorney has yet to say if they're going to seek the death penalty. There's no bond on capital murder charge, but he's being held on $500,000 on an unrelated aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And here's the other part. For those that don't know, a large rock was discovered tied to the victim. The rope was consistent with the rope that was observed by Mcdougal's vehicle on a traffic stop 2 days prior. And the vehicle's impounded. They ordered an autopsy to determine how she died, but I did hear the whole blunt force trauma thing, and so, yeah. So with this, they're doing a memorial service March 1st at the First Baptist Church in Livingston, Texas, between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Hopefully it's not drama. Hopefully people just go and pay their respects and that's it. And the public who helped in this effort are invited. Please wear purple, which was Audrey's favorite color. A private funeral ceremony will be held next day for close friends and family. And if you wish to drop off flowers, there's all the information to do that. Later donations will be expanded to include organizations that protect our children from sexual predators and organizations that assist these children and their families who experience these senseless, violent crimes. Okay, so that was that. I wanted to... Let's do this.
Documents reveal new details about evidence investigators say they have against capital murder suspect Don Stephen Mcdougal in Audrey's death. Among the evidence, cell phone data and video footage were key. They used it to connect Mcdougal to 3 locations he traveled to. It's at 2 of these locations they found evidence. The documents also reveal Audrey died the same day she was reported missing. Right now, we're awaiting word from investigators on her exact cause of death.
Stephen Goen continuing our team coverage tonight. Stephen, evidence recovered from the Trinity River where Audrey's body was found shows how her body stayed hidden.
Exactly right, Len. Don Stephen Mcdougal is facing a capital murder.
Well, so Hoax's comment. There was some people with the Harmony and Montgomery. Maybe some people feel the same about this. Some people are really upset about the Harmony and Montgomery and the mom. I guess the mom suing. I don't know exactly what is going to entail. I thought somebody said 25 mil in the chat. I really want to see the paperwork before I really say too much. But one of the comments, I'll just read you a comment that somebody said on Twitter. If the state took my child away because I couldn't take care of them, I wouldn't be a piece of ish trying to sue the state because my kid died at the hands of their other parent. Profiting off of the death of the child I gave up would be unfathomable to me. So, there's people upset. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna cover it. I want to see what they say, what they post, what exactly it's gonna whatever, and then I'll make a judgment on that, I guess. I mean, the system has issues. The system sucks. It does, right? But then we just, as parents too, we are responsible You know, we are responsible for our kids. You know, so it's I guess there's layers to it, right? Because there's evil people in this world, and they have to pay. You know, but in situations too, I mean, the Harmony thing, they really messed up with that. I don't know. I don't even know how to, you know.
Charge for Audrii Cunningham's death. And in this new criminal complaint, we are learning more about the evidence you mentioned that is connecting him to this case. In a criminal complaint, investigators say they looked at video and cell phone records that place Mcdougal at 3 different areas of interest, one of which was the Trinity River near State Highway 59. Audrii's body was found there on Tuesday. Investigators say there was a large rock tied to her body with rope. It was consistent with some rope that was seen in Mcdougal's vehicle at a traffic stop 2 days before his arrest. Now, a closer look at Mcdougal's past shows he had a lengthy criminal history. In 2010 and 2019, he was convicted for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
And then with the press release that the family did too, I was wondering if they would even really have looked up this guy if he was registered, you know?
The victim from that first assault says Mcdougal was a former coworker who came over one night with friends.
They were drinking, and he just got more belligerent as the night went on, and we ended up throwing him out of the house, and he come back with a knife. I opened the door up and told him he needed to leave, and he come at me with the knife, and I had my shotgun, and I hit him in the face with it and shut the door on him.
Now, Mcdougal is being held without bond here at the Polk County Jail. He's been in custody since last Friday. He was arrested then on a separate charge for another assault. At the Polk County Jail, Stephen Goen, KHOU 11 News.
Stephen, thank you. We're also learning more about the unrelated charge that got the suspect arrested after Audrii's disappearance.
Mcdougal was picked up Friday on an aggravated assault charge. Records show Mcdougal allegedly stabbed a man in the back last August. We spoke with the attorney of the victim, who tells us his client reported the assault to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, and days later Mcdougal was identified but never charged in that case until last Friday.
They could have gotten Stephen Mcdougal off the streets and probably prevented what we're going through now. And so that's his mindset. He's absolutely emotionally devastated, feels extremely, really, really bad for the family, and just doesn't really want to take the attention away from Audrii Cunningham.
The attorney wants to know why nothing was done before Audrii went missing. At this time, he wants to be respectful of the family. He says he'll later focus on Mcdougal in the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
We are updating our coverage of this.
So, I mean, looks like a long criminal history and getting away with it. Let's get to the whole video now, I guess, of this guy. This is it here, right? Where's it at? I downloaded it, but I wanted to play the intro to it. Let's see, where are we? Actually, I think it's on. Everything's on there. Let me just play the video. Let me do that. Hopefully I did this right. Let's see.
Stephen Mcdougal, Don Mcdougal, we're going to get him out to get a ring.
Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay.
Polk County Sheriff's deputies opened the cell door. They were clearly shocked that Don Mcdougal, charged with the brutal murder of 11-year-old Audrii Cunningham, had taken off all his clothes.
Come on. JP wants to talk to you. Where's your clothes? Hold on.
I ain't got no clothes.
Well, put your smock on for now. Well, come on out here. Well, no, man. You come on, man. Don't disrespect me like that. All right, well, wrap up in that. Wrap up in the blanket. Come on. Come on.
Mcdougal, seemingly wearing a smirk on his face, walks over to the justice of the peace to hear the charges against him.
You have the right to remain silent and not make any statement at all, and know that any statement that you make can and will be used against you at trial in court. You have the right to have an attorney present to advise you prior to or during the questioning.
Mcdougal is currently facing an aggravated assault charge in addition to the capital murder charge in the killing of little Audrii. This arraignment, though, is only for the capital murder charge.
You have the right to terminate any interview at any time, and you have the right to examine your trial if you're accused of a felony. Do you understand your rights, Mr. Mcdougal?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want a court-appointed attorney or you're going to hire your own?
Nope.
Which one?
I'll be an attorney.
You gonna hire your own? Yep. All right, all I need you to do is sign right here for me. Your charge is capital murder and it's a no bond.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, good enough.
Capital murder, no bond. Phoenix Rising says, you need to see the report / the investigation of Harmony's life that led to her death. Crystal isn't what she's been fronting as, in my opinion. I always had issues with the little I knew. I'll send it. Yeah, send it to me. Email it to me if you like, or if you're on Discord, you can DM it to me. All this stuff with these parents is like odd to me. All right. Was that it? I had more. Oh, I was going to talk about this at some point. I mean, I could talk about it now. I really just want to show up and say hi to you guys, really. That's what I came on for. But I figured I'd update the horrible story with Audrey and the weirdo. There was this whole situation, too. This was, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, February 16th. This was, I guess this police officer, he was new. He had arrested somebody and was driving with the person handcuffed. You guys heard about this? And I guess he wasn't paying attention. I think he was texting or radioing or talking. And I guess he drove into a lake or something. He had arrested Smith on Wednesday evening after he responded to a report of a fight. The last call he made to dispatch saying water and lost communication with the office. And it was the deputy's first arrest ever. Wow, the first arrest. The two were later found after the patrol car went into the local pond. I don't know what was up with that. That whole press conference and everything, that was very emotional. I had a little video saved here. Did I have it? Yeah, here.
Found Deputy Leonard's body, covered him from the Tennessee River. Deputy Leonard had only been here for a couple months, but he became part of our family.
After pulling the sheriff's deputy vehicle out of the river, it took about 8 more hours to find his body. A lot of questions remain about why he drove off of this road, down that boat ramp, and into the river in the first place.
And I would just think as a cop that maybe, I don't know, he would know how to get out of Testing. Something going on with the mic. I think it's the cord or maybe some other cord. I might have to change out all the cords. It just randomly cuts off. But yeah, I don't understand how this would happen where the guy wouldn't be able to. I mean, the cops don't carry the tools to break the glass. It was at night. That's weird.
Here's a detailed map. Circled in red right there is the bridge where Deputy Leonard made an arrest. He then put the woman in the backseat of his patrol car, according to the sheriff's department. Then that yellow circle is where he drove off into the river. The district attorney says distraction may be at play here. They believe he could have been using his radio to talk to dispatchers and texting his wife at the same time while he was driving in the dark on a road that he didn't know well.
We found Deputy Leonard.
Wow. Another crazy story. I have to work on the mic tonight. I think I just need to change out the cable, and I think that'll be it. I don't know which one's the one causing problems. Or maybe it's the cloud lifter. I don't know. She knew who he was. She said he told her she would never see him again, or see her again. Jameson was not in danger. Wow. I'm so confused. We're talking about both. We're talking about both, Susan. Yeah, I don't know. That was a little weird story from the other day that I saw. I was kind of like, what the heck? It's odd. Also, I was just texted from by Amy. Amy told me that apparently the Karen Reed trial was pushed to April 16 in this morning's hearing. There was a hearing today about that. So that's out of the equation now. So we'll have to find something else if we want to do a trial. I mean, we could either do trials or we could just jump on a couple times a day and cover different stories. Get back into the rhythm. I think tomorrow morning I'm just going to go replace all these cables. I'm going to go to the one of the audio stores and change out all the XLR cables. And maybe the cloud lifter too. Yeah, we could do missing person. There's actually a story that I've been meaning to cover that I'm afraid to touch this now. Bia had sent me I asked her for Elijah Vu. I don't know if there's any updates. I think the parents were arrested. I think he's still missing. I wanted to cover that one of these days. The April 16 actually works kind of good for me because I was planning on going somewhere at the end of the month for a few days, like a long weekend. So I was worried that if the Karen Reed thing starts, I'd be missing out some of the days, but that actually works out good. Not sure if you can break the glass until the pressure equalizes. Oh. Throw that LA story I sent you. Let me see. Oh, when? Did you text me? Is it old text? Oh, okay. We'll take a look at this. Let me send it to myself. Hold on 1 second. I'll pull this up. Only 27. I thought we were here for like an hour. I thought we were sitting here for an hour. It's only been 27. That's the first time ever. Usually it feels like we've only been here for a little bit of time and it's been like hours. Okay. Arrest made in brutal killing of LA model found in her refrigerator. Wow.
Model in downtown LA is under arrest. Police say he was caught halfway across the country. KCAL News reporter Rick Montanez is live in downtown Los Angeles, where she lived, with the latest on this investigation. Rick.
Yeah, that murder suspect is now being held here in Los Angeles after his arrest at his home just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He was booked into the local jail last night, and this crime happened back in September. The brutal discovery made here at this apartment high-rise on South Figueroa. 31-year-old Melissa Mooney, according to LAPD, found bound, gagged, and brutally beaten. Her body discovered by police inside her own refrigerator. This was on September 12th last year, 6 days after the last time she had been seen alive. Mooney was a model and real estate agent. The disturbing discovery made after someone asked police several times to check in on her. Days after the discovery, her family and friends held a vigil outside her apartment. In an online fundraising post, her family says they want to remember her as a sweet and generous soul. The suspect in this case, identified now as 41-year-old Magnus Daniel Humphrey. LAPD says he was arrested at his home in Minnesota on an unrelated federal warrant. He's on federal probation, according to police, for narcotics offenses. He waived extradition, they say, and LAPD brought him here to LA, where he will soon be arraigned for murder. At this point, police have not yet said if or how those two, the suspect and victim, are related, but the victim's mother tells us, speaking through a spokesperson, that she says, praise God, and they're grateful for this break in the case. Reporting live in downtown LA, Rick Montanez.
By the way, I watched Wendy Williams. Has anybody watched that? The Lifetime show that came out the other night. I watched part 1. I didn't watch part 2. I was half paying attention, half not, but that story is pretty kind of crazy and sad, even though, they say that woman kind of like crapped on people at their lowest moments and stuff. So some people, I guess, are maybe gloating, I guess. Lifetime tried to stop that lawsuit, and somebody was suing Lifetime, and Lifetime went to court, and they still did it anyway. It's kind of interesting. Somebody got really upset on Twitter that I said it was interesting. Like, how dare you? It's sad. I did say it was sad on another post, but somebody was like really upset, and then they blocked me. Louisiana killer escapes after pepper spraying deputy. Do they have video of this? This is today. Louisiana law enforcement are looking for an escaped inmate who pepper sprayed a deputy and stole her patrol vehicle. Wow. Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joseph Lopinto said Leon Ruffin to a hospital around noon on Sunday after he reportedly had a seizure. A deputy went to the facility to pick him up and return him to jail at about 6.5 hours later. About 6.5 hours later, she put Ruffin in the back of the patrol, but stopped the vehicle before getting out of the parking lot when the inmate made some type of disturbance. When the deputy opened the back door, he pepper sprayed her and took off in the marked vehicle, leaving behind a walking boot he had been wearing. The deputy fired 3 shots at the vehicle and he sped away, but it's not known if he was hit. Lopinto said it wasn't known if Ruffin had got the pepper spray he used or where he got it. The deputy who was taken to the hospital for treatment still had her pepper spray, taser, and service gun. So where did he get that from? The patrol car was found abandoned in Algiers about 3 hours after the escape. Lopinto said, adding that he has no known firearms, but should be considered armed and dangerous. Ruffin, a U.S. citizen, had been in custody since July 2023 on a second-degree murder charge. Oh, boy. Oh, Nancy did a new episode, huh? Nancy. That lady on Twitter was crazy. She was unhinged. Let me see, podcast. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to find something else to fill up part of March. Or just do stories. Either way, it doesn't really matter, actually. But I would like to do Karen Reed. I would like to do the Tupac, which I think is in June. I don't know what else. They have a couple of Harmony Montgomery episodes on the podcast. Yeah, the bulging eyes. Apparently that's Graves. I never heard of that before. Carly says, well, Wendy disappeared and everything was pure speculation. So I think the documentary was good and allowed people to see what was happening. Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't watch the other one. There's another documentary. Well, kind of. There's a documentary on Netflix called Stalker or something. Let me see what it's called. Where's that thing at? Oh, can I tell you a secret? And I made a video that'll kind of creep people out. Let me show you this. This is weird.
Hello. I've been a subscriber and a follower for years, and you ignored the one email I sent you. You're gonna have to pay for that. I've been looking into your family, your friends, your lovers. I've been taking notes every stream. I think it's time you pay for that. Oh, you owe me.
I watched the first episode of that show, and then I made this little clip video. I really think I could do like voice acting for like a movie if they needed like some scary voice. But that show, that thing was about these people that were being like, I guess, stalked online. And I guess like it's like these young kids, and I talked to Amy about it a little bit. What the hell's that? Oh.
I've been a subscriber and a follower.
Let me close that. These kids are kind of whining a little bit. They went out and they met people, they partied, and then the people would follow their social media and then would like spread lies to their significant others about cheating, and the significant others would believe it, and so they left. I only watched the first episode. I wasn't even that interested after that. So like if they reach out to my significant other and say I cheated and I talk with that person, they don't believe me, then okay, bye. I'm not gonna have like break down. That's not like something you can hold against me or some shit. All right, fine, bye. Like I mean, I guess if it messes up a marriage or something, but like I thought like it was some. I only saw the first episode, but I thought like some grave shit was happening. And just like, no, like they told my friends that I cheated or something like that. Well, there was one lady that said her nudes were leaked or something, but I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I was like, oh, that's it? Amber Alert in Texas. I thought this was a real email you got. No. Oh, you guys thought that was for real? That was me. Let me check. That would be creepy as hell, right? Somebody sent me that. I've had some really weird people on Twitter. Like there was one lady that was really unhinged, and she was like making videos about me. Like she would like react to whenever I said something about her. But I could tell it looked like something was really, really wrong with her. So I was like, bro, I think I said like one little joke in response on Twitter. I never said anything else because I was like, I hope she gets the help she needs. Let me see, Amber Alert. Well, let me try Twitter. You know, Amber Alerts there every day, and a lot of them are found. A lot of times it's like a custodial thing sometimes. Amber Alert. Latest. Somebody said, there is no Amber Alert in Texas. The aliens who are extraterrestrials are next door in Arizona of a 9-year-old Hispanic girl who got a advantage phone call from that guy. What? I guess this is it right here. Child abduction, Wilmer, Texas. Gray 2013 Dodge Challenger, Texas license plate TGF 1548. Victim is a 9-year-old Hispanic female, Jaslyn Mendez, and 5-year-old Hispanic male, Joni Mendez. Suspect is a 26-year-old / female, Jacqueline Hernandez. So we got Mendez's, maybe that's mom, I don't know. Oh, you remember that lady, Flossie? It was actually really funny to see her videos. I was like, damn, I don't know there's people like that. I wish I would have saved them. I know they're somewhere archived. Those videos, I didn't want to say too much to her because she looked so unhinged. I didn't want her to try to be like, oh, you know, he said something, and so I'm feeling some kind of way. I want to hurt myself or something. So I was like, I'm not even going to talk about that lady. Something wrong with her. I never said her name or anything. I was like, so it's clearly something wrong with her. She's probably watching now. Oh, thank you. Stone King says the reason the douche was naked after the CEO asked him why he's naked. He says, I'm not wearing an effing dress. He views the smocks as a dress. You can hear him say it. Ah. Amanda, thank you for the membership. Appreciate that. For the tier 2. I guess that's it for now. just the announcements coming up in March. We're going to do the challenge for the members. I'm going to do a members live maybe tomorrow, just to give people another heads up notice and like just inform people again if they need to go out and buy stuff, if they want to do groceries, or just a heads up, early sign up. I'll do a live this time, so if people have questions, I'll try to answer whatever needs to be answered. But it's just supposed to be fun. It's not like serious, like it's just a fun activity. Some people take things like a whole other, it's just fun. Get healthy. That's the biggest prize, is get healthy, right? Actually, nothing else. Let's get. Nah, I don't care about my health. I want a prize. Health, schmealth. Okay, the Ricky took him to the vet Saturday, and the vet was a really, really, really nice lady. And she took her time. She has a Frenchie herself. She jokingly called her Frenchie a mutant because her Frenchie, I forgot what the issue was, but it was recommended for her to put the Frenchie down, and she didn't, and she rehabilitated the dog, and so the dog still has issues, but it's kind of cute in a funky way. I saw it walking around the office. Anyway, so she checked out Ricky. They checked out his stool sample. There was no parasites, and basically just said that for now, just try the GI diet for a month, and to slowly transition him to it, like 25%, like 25% of the GI food versus, and then his regular food in there, and then 50%, 75, I guess, and 100 to give him time to adjust. So he's partially on the GI diet, no snacks, like no treats. The one thing she did tell me is like, if I want to, I can give him his regular food as a treat, like if to try to reward him. And then she said if that doesn't work, then try like this hypoallergenic diet food thing. And then if that doesn't work, like the last thing we could do is surgery for like the nose, to open up his nose or whatever they do, shave whatever, the lower palate or the soft palate. And then she said there was something else. She said that they do like 3 things, and that's about close to 4,000, I think, or something like that. I don't know if the insurance covers it, so we're gonna find out. And that's it. But honestly, he's been doing good since we went Saturday. He hasn't had an accident, and his what's the word? His soil, is that right? Looks more solid. Is that the nicer word to say? Just like phallus. Oh, you could say feces too. Phallus, his phallus. I know that's something else, but so yeah, it's more solid. He hasn't had any accidents. I don't know. So today's day 3. So I think he's doing a lot better. I'm not holding my breath yet. I want to give him a little bit of time. But stool, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, stool. So, but he's doing good. He's doing good. That was it. I'm glad we took him. I'm almost still kind of thinking. Rebecca says his shit. I'm almost thinking maybe do the surgery in the future. I don't know. To that, so he can breathe easier. I think about people that have like deviated septums, and then when they get the surgery, it's just like, well, I don't know why I'm inhaling with my mouth, but like they can breathe and they're getting the oxygen they're supposed to be getting. I think about them, but then it's like worse for Frenchie, I guess, for Ricky, because his sounds worse. Oh yeah, the age thing. I did ask about that. The doc says she just looked at his teeth and she said she believes it's about right, 2 or 3 years old. They just checked the plaque and it's like an estimate. Amy said that they also could have checked the eyes, but they didn't do that. So I guess I'll take the vet's word that he's 2 or 3. I guess. Fellas. Ooh. RD and AC said I had the surgery, it didn't work. You had the What do they call it now? I just said it. You had the deviated septum surgery. That shit hurts too, right? Takes a while to recover. So Ricky's just a lazy motherfucker. Ricky be standing at the edge of the bed like he can't jump down or jump up. So he's just sitting there waiting. He just wants to be carried. Spoiled. Cray Cray says my dog is allergic to everything. She gets ice cubes for treats. It could be that thing too. I mean, the doc told me not to give him any treats for now. So he just has to stick to his food and like that's it. He can't even have like, I used to give him sometimes a little bit of crackers or something like little Ritz crackers. Not even that. Nothing. And the pumpkin thing works good for him too. She said you could put a little bit of pumpkin in his food if he doesn't want to eat it. The only thing I worry about his surgery is like, I don't know, complications. She said complications can happen, but like they've been successful, I guess. You know, I don't. I should have asked like, what are your? Have you ever had a complications and how many and what's your numbers type of thing? But she said it's a major surgery. She said it's not. I was thinking it's just like all this little bloop bloop bloop. No, she said it's like an actual like a big deal type of surgery for the 3 things that she was gonna do. Ricky, he's the one that's like spotted, like kind of white and brown or grayish or black. He's like spotted around. Wow. Elizabeth said I had a deviated septum surgery. It didn't work. Still crooked, like the x-ray showed before. Whoa. I had an ex that did it. And she said it worked for her. Today's day 3. I heard, Angie. I don't know if we should jump on it then, since we got everything cleared out for the next almost 2 months or a month and a half. I heard that the trial, the Baldwin movie trial, I heard a lot of it's like just they're talking about guns and like all the technicalities and stuff. That's what I was worried about. Purple, the anesthesia, and then his breathing, you know. Fred is such a good dog, and he doesn't get the attention that Ricky gets. Fred is like so proper, behaved. I'm just trying to see if they dropped my package off at the right. Oh, they did. They've been so okay, I'll get to the package thing. Somebody left me one of my packages yesterday on my door and wrote like this long ass note because they keep delivering it to the wrong place. This dude was like, "This is the last time I'm bringing this to your house," or something. It was kind of weird. And he was like, "Tell them to stop sending it to me." And then he said, "Next time I'm going to leave it at the mailbox or at the office." And I'm like, why didn't he just knock on the door? Because I was here. The box was, when I walked in, the box wasn't there. And when I was here, I walked out and it was there. So I must have been here. He didn't knock on the door like a normal person probably would do. I don't know. Or maybe he thought I wasn't going to be here, or he didn't want to encounter me. But yeah, Fred is like, I go to put his harness on. He'll literally lift one of his legs like this. He'll go like this. Like, he's just so polite. And then when I tap his other leg, he'll like lift his other leg. Ricky is all over the place. Like he's just like jumping, sporadic, like just all over. He can't even stay still. Fred is like proper, calm, respectful. He gets a little hyper sometimes. Chill. Ricky's actually the menace. It's boring. Thank you, Harry Potter. That's all I need somebody to tell me. It's boring. Thank you. Before I drag 1,000 people, 2,000 people through a trial, I need somebody, because I've had people tell me before too. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's so interesting. Yo, you can't wait till you start. It's so crazy." And then I'm watching. I'm like, "Where's the crazy? Like this shit's boring as hell. Like where's it at? This is the craziest shit ever." So then I started. I'm like, oh. They're playing with Maddie. I can check. Hold on. Oh, they're right here. Oh, hey. Oh, shit. Oh, this is Fred. Oh. This is the baby's Fred. Oh. Oh. Oof, stinky breath. Then they get jealous. So the other one's coming now. All right, ready to go? Oh, oh my God. Oh. Okay. Oh my God. And this is the one that snorts all the time. Say hi. And he always likes to come by the desk. Like he always wants to be sitting at the desk or under the desk. Ooh. Ooh. Hi. Oh my God. Hi. Oh. Oh. I may one day like get some cameras on the floor or something. I mean, I had it before, but that's them. They've been pretty. Yo, I'm sore as hell. This is sore. My whole chest, my arms. This is the second time that I'm sore. It's Buster Mama's workout stuff. I'm afraid that even I think I'm gonna be worse tomorrow actually, because I think the day before was like chest or something. Today was back, but the back part used some of the same parts. It wasn't the focus, and so like I think I'm gonna be even sore tomorrow. So I'm trying to. We're doing the fitness challenge, so I'm on Mustard Mama's thing, doing weights, eating more. You see the DSM-5. Yeah, they're good dogs. It's just Ricky has all these problems. I think he had a bad breeder, so I think his problems were like inherited. I mean, he's a Frenchie too, but like his breeder wasn't the best from what I hear. So you should at least bench one set a day. That's just me. I thought I have the bench press right here. I thought about it. Oh, tomorrow's legs. I like doing calves too, the legs and calves. The fitness challenge, there's two options when you register. There's one that like you can put for equipment if you have a gym or something like that, accessible. But if you don't, sorry, if you're not accessible to, if you don't have access to a gym, there's an option you can pick that. And so like there's like very little, I think, equipment. Easy 10 once a day. You know what I would want to do, Hoax? I would want to do push-ups. I've really been kind of like those prison push-ups, but like consistently. Sign up for the challenge. Just getting my room set back up. Nice. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do probably a stream tomorrow, just to kind of go over it again, the challenge stuff, And so people have like a heads up notice, so you're not scrambling last minute. And I soaked today too. Today I did a little Epsom salt soak this morning. Be careful what you ask for. The short ones. I saw this video of this guy doing it. And yeah, they don't do like a full push-up. They go like halfway. And the guy was like, I don't understand why they did it, but I started doing it. And the guy was like really buff. And he said something about doing it halfway, like has like some type of super focus on all the areas. It's actually a little bit different than doing a full push-up. I saw this guy doing it for the first time the other day, and I was like, oh. Snap. I had a friend tell me that sometimes you can get a whole, like your arms, your upper body, everything, just push-ups all the time. No, it's not even a girl push-up. It's just like quick half push-ups. If I could find it, I don't know. Let me see. I think I saw it yesterday. You see all. There's this crazy looking guy too. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh man, how do inmates get so jacked? My experience.
This is all they were doing, and I was just like, man, these guys ain't doing shit.
Hold on, let me refresh it.
This is all they were doing.
That's it. Like just like a quick, like not full range.
I was just like, man, these guys ain't doing shit. They're not even going through the full range of motion, but needless to say, what they were doing was working, because as stubborn as I am, I would refuse to do that. And I didn't make half the gains these other guys did, who were doing these half rep range of motions. And so I eventually gave in, because that's what I do when I see people making gains. I watch them. And I tried this half rep range of motion. And when I come to find out, it just keeps the tension on one muscle group rather than passing it on to the next. So the time under tension is increased dramatically. This is all they were doing.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I've seen videos of these guys in prison doing that, but I never thought much of it. I haven't even tried this yet. I want to try this sometime. Right now, I'm really sore. I couldn't do it right now, but I actually want to try this someday, doing the half one, just going half rep range of motion. So, all right, I guess I'm going to call it for now. Just a few things I got to do, but I guess we got to, I don't know, I guess we got to figure out. Something always comes along anyway, but I guess we have to figure out what we're going to do for the next, I don't know, weeks. Unless we jump into a trial or something crazy happens. Just browsing. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. I mean, I think March is going to be kind of a busy one because of the challenge, somewhat. I might do random streams just to check in with people. Crack doesn't help. The guy, he does look kind of interesting. I don't know. Yo, I did this workout, man. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yo, April Wine says, Who the F Did I Marry is a good one. Now, I didn't even know that was a show, but the other day I had seen these videos on YouTube that went viral about a specific woman, her TikTok. I thought actually that might be kind of fun one of these days to do. Maybe start early afternoon. Because the people that I've seen streaming it streamed it for like 4 hours. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's kind of long. It's like 50 parts on TikTok. And it's like a compilation of like who the F did I marry, but it's one woman telling her story. The one that went viral. But I also heard it's a show. But there's a woman on TikTok that did the same thing, but I guess she was telling her own personal story, and I heard it's freaking nuts. I thought that might be something a little bit different from the horrible things that we're having to talk about all the time. Just one of the random days, like we don't have anything to talk about. Fuck it, let's just jump into that. Let me see if this is the lady. And she got 35 million views.
Please excuse the hair, but here is part one of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on...
So we're not going to watch it now, but I want to... Oh, you don't really see it, sorry. We're not going to watch it now, but I would collect all the parts. I don't know if people are interested in that, but if you just wanted to kind of check it out one day, maybe we could just kind of hang out. It's 8 hours long? Hell nah. I heard it's like 8 hours long. Oh. She has like I saw a TikTok page that had all 50 parts. And the first part is 10 minutes. I can tell you have a girlfriend now. Things are saying scream feminine, Mel. What? That shit, 8 hours. What? You have a girlfriend, so you're feminine? What about sitting or standing sit-ups to build your core? Sitting or standing? I don't know if I've done that. I've done regular sit-ups. Our YouTube channel has all parts, nonstop, no breaks, Mel. So how long is it? I've seen the first 10 parts. It's super interesting. All right, we might do this one day. I mean, we just honestly as far as the 8 hour thing that BB said, we just did 2 trials straight 8 hours, like for whatever. 8 hours is a long time. I'd have to schedule accordingly, and then I have a daughter too, so it'd have to be like maybe I don't know when we would do it. Early afternoon if we did it, and then go through the day, and then the thing is I'd have to step away too, so I'd have to think about that. Unless we did it on a weekend. It's about 8 hours. You can break it up. Yeah, maybe we could do that, I guess. I just saw that it was popping up a lot, and I'm like, I don't know what people are talking about, but all these people are talking about it. I guess it seems interesting. I don't know, because they keep mentioning it. You watch all 50 episodes? Is it good? Is it worth it? Or is it like, waste of time? She talks slow. So, y'all ain't gonna believe what happened to me. I bet, Mel, those sit-ups are geared towards folks with disabilities. Oh, okay, and certain physical issues. Interesting. Oh, it has Q&A sessions? Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Hoax said I did a hanging sit-up once. Tore an ab muscle, which led to internal hemorrhoid, which led to diverticulitis. Oh, I've heard of people that have that. I hope I don't ever get that, because I heard that thing is painful. And then you have to have like a restricted diet, I think, right? You can't eat certain things. My stepdad had that, not because he was doing sit-ups. He could use some working out, but I don't know what caused it for him, but he had that diverticulitis, and a couple of times I think he's ended up in the hospital. All you have to do is type "who the F did I marry," and you'll find it. It's everywhere. She talks no more. She's a great storyteller. Okay. I might check it out. I'll have to see. It's interesting, but crazy. I figure one of the days, if we're kind of not doing anything or not covering a trial, we can fill in. There's actually, I forgot, there's 2 things we can do. We could do it this week. This story is not priority, but if we just want to one day knock out time, we could do it. We still didn't do the Chad Dorman thing too, so we can do that. And that's like an all-day thing as well. Let me see, Chad Dorman. I didn't watch it. Some people probably did, but I heard it was kind of interesting. The guy that shot and killed his kids, trying to cop a plea now. I think they say he confessed, but now he's trying to get it thrown out that he confessed. Bro. Oh, it's actually, I think it's 4 hours. It's actually not that bad. I thought it was like longer, but we can do that one day too. Yo, La Chola says, have you been cleaning the gym machine so you don't get ringworm? No. I haven't. And I should, you're right. You are right about that. I've never gotten a ring. I've never had a ringworm, thankfully, but I remember somebody, I think you were saying that you can get it like that. I'm curious, break it down into parts. We got to pause for discussion anyway. Yeah, we could do something like that. I found a page on TikTok that had all 50 parts. We can do it in multiple streams, so it's not too tedious. He confessed several times. Hoax, do you clean the machines? Try to throw Hoax into the... Throw him under the bus. He probably has his own stuff at home, though. I've actually had that conversation. I thought about doing it. Sometimes they have like these wipes at the place. I'll sometimes wipe the bench and stuff like that. But I really should like. There's a lot of machines that like, I don't know, I'm putting my hands on or whatever. I really could wipe them down. Really? The Netflix series that I mentioned, well, there was one that I guess I wasn't too interested in. It's called Can I Tell Your Secret? It's about a stalker. There was one that I watched called The Tourist recently. That was pretty good, like a miniseries. I thought it was decent. The Tourist. And there was something I watched a while back that I actually thought was really good. But the other thing I mentioned too was Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is called Where is Wendy Williams? But that's on Lifetime. That was pretty... I guess that was interesting. That was messed up, weird, effed up story. Bird Box, Barcelona sucks. Don't watch that movie. Yeah, no, Phoenix. I agree. Phoenix said, I need a break from the heavy shit after Montgomery and Crumley and Maya. Oh, I didn't even watch Maya. There's a documentary. I thought about watching. I haven't watched it yet. And then, was it Gabriel Hernandez? Is it the child that was abused? Is it Gabriel? Oh, Fernandez. Yeah, Gabriel. I kind of don't even want to watch it, honestly. My friend told me it's a good watch and a good documentary, but it's like super, super, like, I don't know, I guess graphic. I don't know. I feel like I need to prepare myself for that. I don't know if I'm ready for all that. It's a 6-part series, back to back to back to back to back. So the April, that's what a lot of people have said. I don't know too much. Like I know Wendy Williams, like she had her TV show, but like I heard on radio, I heard she was real vile. Like I heard she really like ran people through the ground and kicked people on when they were on the ground, type of thing. Like kick people when they were at the lowest point of their life, type of shit. So there's a lot of people that feel like what you're saying. I don't know the whole story behind it, all the things that she's done. The Black Butterflies on Netflix.
On Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge. I did not realize that he was on both under two different names. So one was his actual name and the other one was a variation, like a nickname that he called himself. Different pictures. So it was a running joke between us. Oh, you ain't even recognize that you had matched with me on Hinge. No, I didn't. And also that should have been a red flag. By the way, you will notice in this story, I called it the United Nations of red flags. It is so many red flags that, I mean, you would have thought I was colorblind because I ignored all of them. So anyway, back to the story. We met around March 4th. We exchanged phone numbers. He called me and we talked on the phone for the first time. In the first phone call, he told me that he had just moved to Georgia from California, from San Diego. His job had transferred him because he was being transferred in as the new regional manager for a major condiment company that is based here in Georgia. I'm not going to say the name. And so we also talked about his childhood. He told me he grew up in Philly. He's from Philly. Both of his parents were deceased. This is the first phone call. Both of his parents were deceased. His father was a Philadelphia police officer. His mom was a teacher. He also told me he briefly lived in Augusta with his family. He had 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
All right, it sounds interesting. We'll save that for maybe sometime this week. Yeah, she's driving. We'll save it sometime this week. I think just just something a little bit different maybe than a horrible-ish. But I don't know if she posted it back to back the parts. Oh, it says part 51. Wow. Part 13. Okay. That's all on her page, I guess. Part 1, part 2, live replay. I might just grab it somewhere where it's a lot easier to... This looks like it's all over the place, kind of. 40, 39. Or maybe it's in order. Okay, maybe it is in order. She got millions and millions of views, man. Participating in this activity could result in you and others getting hurt. Oh, is that like it's a TikTok thing? So they detect if you're in their car or something? Let me see.
Okay, part 10. Who the fuck did I marry?
Damn. Yeah, we could do it sometime. Nice to meet you. Meet my baggage. A red flag tattoo. Oh, this takes hours. We'll have to make a special stream just for this. I don't want to add this onto yeah, we'll have to make we'll do it. It might be on this. I don't know if we'll do it on the main page or the second page. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. It could Mel CC. It could Mel Space CC. And those are the two things. I need to write a little list of the extra stuff we can cover while we're in the middle of waiting for whatever trial we're going to cover 80 parts later. Brianna says, I'm visiting Miami. I'm going to Wynwood Walls. Love mural art. I wanted to know if you have any suggestions for great food or coffee. In that area, I don't know. If you want, email me and I'll look and see what's in the area. I mean, I know Broward. I know a lot of places in Broward, but that are great. I'd have to actually look and see what's in that area. I've been to Wynwood like twice. Miami has a lot of beautiful places, but like even when Alpha David came down with his YouTube friend, the YouTuber guy, they did Miami, but then they also came to Broward and they kind of had some fun over here too to check things out. Buddy said I need to make a video about my ex. Now, you never know, this could be me one day. Somebody making like 100 videos. I mean, I dated Aked Mel. I survived Aked Mel. Damn it. When I date him for 7+ years, telling him I ain't ready for marriage, when I'm really looking to keep my options open. The Traila barbecue in Miami is a good. Carly says good. She's made $17K per video. Another TikToker claims. Really? How? There's not even ads on the thing. I was wondering how they're making. I know the videos are. Damn, she's really racking it up then. Yeah, because she's getting millions and millions of views. And they are like 10-minute videos, so wow. And she did her own version of the show, just with her own personal life. Wow. It's going to encourage everybody else, right, to start doing a video on their ex. All right, I'm going to jump off for now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If there's a chase or a standoff, I'll be back. And the thing too I got to do is Dr. Edward Moskowitz. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. He passed away. I got to talk to Julie too. Julie's having a hard time. She sent me a couple of things. I've been waiting a little bit because she had sent me like a memo of his eulogy, what was said in the eulogy. So I figured for a video I can read that. She sent me a picture that I can use as well. Let me see. She sent me a picture of him that I can post just to send condolences. And a message from his daughter that she wrote to her father, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know where it was here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'll share a few things when I do that video. Just to send some love and condolences, and one place where if she wants to go read some comments for positivity, she can read them there. And they've just been supporting the channel for quite a while. Full 52 episodes of DM. Thank you, Mo. So I'll do a video to them. And I was sending screenshots to her too, like you guys sending positive messages on Discord. I was sending it to her to hopefully kind of try to just send some good vibes. So, oh, really, Susan? That's good to know. HPD releasing video of Lakewood shooting today. Okay, so if I can show that, we'll come back later and check that out. I don't know how much they're going to show. All right. So I'm going to head out for now. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. All right. See you guys later. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. Peace. And congrats to Hoax. New baby. Oh my gosh. A new baby. I wonder if he'll like soften and be compassionate and caring and a whole new Hoax.